So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL. We are already into week 4 of season 23 and we are back on Wednesday of course with GT3 and we are giving them possibly their most difficult challenge to date. It is our second of 6 endurance races this season. We are here at the legendary Spa, the Spa Francochamps circuit, but we have the little matter of variable weather conditions to factor in tonight. That's right, we could see some rain tonight. How are the GT3 boys going to deal with a wet Spa? Well, it's not guaranteed, but we could see a lot of rainfall on the circuit and the carnage that comes with those conditions. So much to be excited about tonight. With 32 laps at it, a long old slog for the boys tonight. It's going to be a really tough race. But yeah, it's going to be plenty of excitement along the way. Then after the back of last week, it was our second sprint week. We were at Kyoto Yamagiwa last week, and we had a dominant victory in race 1 by Dusty Fossil. While behind him, it was Roush Racing versus his teammate as Joker fended off FTRL Autism, and then as they two started the battle, it was the second Roush car of Derek McDonald who just swooped in and stole the P2 in that one. And then race 2 we were treated to a fantastic battle again. This time though it was Lennon who prevailed, filling in for Zom last week, and he was victorious in race 2. Now we do have our full quota of GT3 drivers this week for the first time this season, so that's always exciting news. A Zeus is with us, which means that Average Joes versus Globo Jim Purple Vipers is very much a go tonight. Without further ado, let's give the boys the warning. And the answer to you and question is safe. No, it's not raining yet, but there is the threat. So let's start qualifying then. So, what do we need to inform you about regarding the event tonight then? So it's the endurance race again, second of 6, and we are again graced with the Group 3 cars, which the drivers have 3 choices to choose from for this one then. So we've got the option of the Ford Mustang, the Toyota FT1 and the Subaru WRX. Now each car can only be used twice over the season, so they've got to choose wisely. In week 1, or week 2 rather, the first endurance races, it was just Subarus and Toyotas, but it does look like we've got some Mustangs on the grid tonight, so I'll run down of who's on what. And they are already racing out of the pit lane. Respectfully, Aaron, I didn't ask, so you just wait for that, right? And cars heading out to track then, so we've got a couple of Subarus here. We've got Derek then, who was the star of race 1 last week. He is out in the Subaru WRX just behind him there. Alex Pixie also out in the WRX. We're going to get into sort of order. Odon's first on the track. So Odon first on the track. He's in the Subaru WRX. And we've got Derek also in the WRX, as is Alex Pixie. And that's a very nice double-decker livery that they've come up with since last week. I'm our Bruce Lee there. You can see he's in the Toyota FT1. And behind him we've got Dusty Fossil, who is in. Where's he? And he's in the Toyota again by the look of it. Yep, Toyota there for Dusty Fossil. Behind him, Zomlar is in the Ford Mustang. So the Mustang makes its first appearance of the season. Behind him is a very sideways Zombie. He's in the WRX. Behind him is Joker, who's also in the Toyota FT1 alongside his teammate. Then we've got a Zeus, who is in the WRX. We have got Face Potter, another one in the WRX. So that seems to be the car of choice tonight. Andy there, he's also in the WRX. Somewhere in the background, if it camera switches, which is not doing for some reason, there he is. Here's Goy Karp, and he's in the Ford Mustang. So 2 Mustangs. Then we've got Dane, he's in the Toyota FT1, and Matman, who is also in the Subaru. So it's a bit overcast to begin with. That lingering cloud, does that mean rain is coming? Is that why the drivers are out quickly? Well, let's go on board then for a lap. Spa Francochamps with Odom out of the final corner. Here we go towards La Source. Good evening, Luke. Saucy goes. It's out of the corner, then heads down the hill. That's the 24-hour pit lane. Being Fever. Well, up then towards Eau Rouge. Looks through there, up the crest of the hill. Bit of a lift there as he goes through Radion. Well, not quite biting on that first lap, then onto the Kemmel Straight he goes. Speed building. So look what the Subaru is doing top speed wise. Good evening, Marley. 51, 52, we get to 253 then as he comes to the braking zone for Lecoum. And the second gear. And out of Lecoum he comes. The curve on exit, then down the hill and towards Bruxelles. My neighbour has decided to stop playing music ridiculously loudly. So you can hear some bass, that's what that is. Around the Bruxelles he goes. Down into the Jackie X corner. Again, just drop a gear there, pitch the nose in. Fire it out, watch out for that run off last night. It caught blue flag out in a practice race. Early on, then down towards Pouon. Goes down to third gear, then gets that nose turned in. Drifts over to the outside there, the car still not quite switched on. Coming up into the boards, Campus. Some bollards in the road there. Bollards also, yeah, definitely need to watch out for the bollards around here. So that was Piff-Up. This is Campus, isn't it, this corner here? The curve there into Paul Frere. Again, the car not quite biting for Owen yet. And onto the winding back straight he goes. Speed starts to build up once again then. Top gear. 54 and 55 as he throws it into Blanchimont. And 56. 58 and 59, we get to 260 then, and hard on the brakes for the bus stop. All the way down to first gear, get it pitched in. Short spurt of power. Out of the corner he comes, and then hammer down. Sprint to the line, and it is a 2-minute 20.6 there from Odom. Not a bad first lap. A little bit scruffy, but he's definitely some time in there for him, but a solid first one. Derek then goes to the top of the pile, just behind him, with a 20.2. We'll run down again, Ollie. Yes, already done that, Marley. If you got here on time, you'd have seen what cars people are in. But we've got Derek in the WRX, we've got Odon in the WRX as well, Joker's in the Toyota, Alex Pixie behind him, also in the WRX. We've got Face Potter in the WRX, Justin Foster's in the Toyota, Azus is in the WRX, Zom is in the Mustang, Goy is also in the Mustang. He's coming to the line now. Goy has a race run under his belt, and that shows. He goes P2 in that Mustang. He drove well last night. He's decided to go with the Mustang. Good luck there. Where were we up to? Jesus is in the WRX. We've got on that one. Matt Mann is in the WRX. Bruce Lee's in the Toyota, and Zombies in the WRX as well. Let's go back to Matt Mann. He crosses the line. He goes P6. It's Derek then, who is the man to beat. Yeah, that's out of what have we got? Two. We've got, safe, of course, going to be Mikey, Aaron, Pagani. Reminiscing about some PTSD regarding the track, of course, we're going back to, I can't remember what season it was, I'm sure Pagani will know off the top of his head, where we had a sprint finish out the final chicane to seal the championship, and Pagani edged it by a couple of inches and took the title. Big reckon the Mustang might be a sleeper. Well, it's definitely quick in sectors 1 and 2. 1 and 3, sorry. The middle part of the lap is where the Toyotas, the WRX is maybe a little bit stronger. Boy car, but the minute then is on the provisional front row. Let's have a keep an eye on him then, see how he's getting on his second lap as he attacks those bollards. Mustang there munching through the bollards. Good evening, blue flag. As Odon goes fastest then. Odon on his second run. Yeah, unsafe also has PTSD. There's a lot of FTRL community who have PTSD over this track. I'm sure Pagani has PTSD as well from being pitched into a wall. Obviously that was on F1, and that was by the man who just joined the chat there, blue flag. As Joker then goes fastest of all, and it's a hell of a lap, an 18.9 there from Joker in that Toyota. which is maybe the unfancied of the three cars here in terms of top speed. So let's watch him as he goes down the start-finish rate. Andy goes P2. The Joker has a 0.6 of a second advantage after that second flying run. Very quick like that from him. Let's have a look at his top speed. We saw the WRX getting out 153. Joker's going a little bit faster. But Toyota, if anything, is going a little bit quicker there. 157. Yeah, 157, and he's going quicker again. Eating fab ice in this weather. Are you mad? Mentalism there from Marley. All fab. Get your favourite lollies, ice lollies, in the chat, please. Personally, I'm a big fan of a fab, but if I was going to go for anything, it can't be just like an orange juice lolly. They're very refreshing, but probably going to go for Solero. Is the Toyota then the surprise car so far then? Of the three, we'd probably say it was the slowest. Can't be a classic Calippo. Again, super refreshing on a hot day. Twisters, of course, god tier ice lolly, but very messy. Joker pushing hard there. Behind him, some tyre squealing as well. Joker is still purple then, so he's on to improve. Now, where's Odon? He's a bit further up the road. How's he getting on? He went provisionally to the top of the timesheets. He's going to the pits then, so he's not improving this time. Big pink foot. Oh, excellent. Out there choice. Very out there choice. Now, Joker was just under a tenth up in sector 2. Purple. On his time, has he found any time in the final sector? He has, half a second there. Joker then absolutely banging out quick lap times here. He goes to the top, then he's a second up as his teammate has just joined him on the front row. And so then it is Sim Demon then laying down the gauntlet as Andy then jumps back ahead of Dusty Fossil onto P2. Here comes Goy Carp. Currently P5, does he improve? He does not. That's on behind him. Just going around, they've got Matman currently P7. Oh, it's very wide there out of Blanchimont. Good evening, Witchell. What's good? Yes. Greg's sausage rolls, they're good. Right, out of the final corner. Does not improve on that lap. What about Dangerous behind him? Does he improve? Currently P8. Again, that one not quite improving on that lap. For a big old track, there's a lot of cars bunched together here. It's a 2-minute 20 lap. And look how many cars are on top of each other then at the minute. We've got one person in the middle of the lap who's kind of on his own. Who is it? Who's actually got themselves some clear track? It's Face Potter. So who have we got? Our current front row sitters and Joker then leading the pack. Joker going to improve any more then. He found a lot of time in the final sector last time around. This lap is not quite as quick then, he's a little bit slower. We've got Dusty Fossil. Has he found any time? He does, he goes fastest. So Dusty Fossil to the top then with an 18.1. That is a rapid lap there, that Toyota is absolutely flying around here. What about Andy? He's diving into the pits. Jesus, where is he? He's all the way over there. What's he doing over there? Goes quicker. And while Bruce Lee going to P12, improves up to P9. Good lap there from Bruce. Coming across the line, has he improved or was he on an outlap? I think he was on an outlap. Dusty Fossil, and championship leader, of course, after last week. Yeah, good race 1. He had a bit of a fight in race 2 to come back up the order. But the gap then between those two Toyotas, which are looking like the class of the field, then 8/10 between the Sim Demon cars and Andy in third. We turned is 7/10 of a second up on Odon. So some big gaps at the front this week. There's a challenging circuit, so it's not the easiest thing to do. While I think about it, let's go through the standings of the GT3. Harsh. So coming into this week then, leading the way is Dusty Fossil then on 76 points. He is 3 points ahead of Andy, who's on 73. Then we've got Derek in third, who's on 62, a point ahead of Joker, of course, who had that lag out in race 2. That's cost him massively. But still in the fight, he's on 61. In 5th place, we've got Zom on 55. Of course, he was helped by Lennon filling in from last week and winning that race. Then we've got Fat Dane in P6, his Royally Thick Racing teammate on 43.5 points. Odon is P7 on 35, with Matman behind him on 34. And we've got Zombie on 32.5. Alex Pixie on 27, he's P10, just ahead of his teammate Bruce Lee, who is on 23. And we've got Goy, he's 12th in the standings on 19.5 points. Jesus is 13th on 18.5, and Pace Potter in 14th on 14. So there your driver standings. It's the sun coming out then, so that should see the lap time start to improve. Pace Potter has improved. Meanwhile, he's up to 10th. The team standing then, Sim Demon leading the way on 137 points, just 2 clear though of Roush Racing on 135, so really close at the top of the team's standing. We've got Royally Thick in third on 98.5, and the touring car mags of Zombie and Matman, they are on 66.5 points. Team Pixard are 5th on 50, Team Globo Gym Purple Cobras on 49, ahead of Average Joe's on 38. Then so at the minute in the battle of the dodgeball themed teams, it is Globo Gym Purple Cobras who are leading that little inter-team battle. Let's go the other 1 minute. Oh, I'm going really well at the minute. Go as well. And as we head into the last seconds of the chat then, so these will be the final laps then. Last chance to improve. Getting on then. Where's Joker? Joker's a little bit ahead of him. Fat Dane has improved up to P8. Joker's wide there out of Jackie X corner. Who's finished their laps then? So 5 Goys has finished, and he will be starting at best P5, but a solid qualifying from Goy. Derek P6, maybe a little bit disappointed with that. That man P7. Dane is 8th, Zom is 9th. Pace Potter, so he'd be the first one to cross the line on his final lap. He's wide out of Paul Fro, he's on the AstroTurf. Oh, he gets it back. But nearly a very big moment there for Pace Potter. So these are the guys then. Right at the end of the session, the fuel's at the lowest, at its lowest. Into the bus stop he comes. Can he improve on P10? He needs 3.5 tenths to jump on. The final corner, and he does not improve. Then behind him is Joker. Can he snatch back provisional pole? He cannot. Does Dusty Fossil improve? Also no. What about FTRL Autism? I think he did. Yeah, I say it was bold out there on the AstroTurf. We saw last night how lethal the AstroTurf can be around here. Let's pick it just up the road, so we'll go on board with him. Who's ahead of him? Jesus is just ahead of him then. So Jesus coming into the final couple of corners. There's somebody else just ahead of him, but I can't see who it is. Oh, he's got half second penalty. Can Alex Pixie improve on P11? The answer is just can, up to P8. And just behind him it's Andy, and he stays in third. But yeah, out on P4. Really good qualifying. Odon, of course, who did a race run with us last night, so that practice has definitely served him well, and Goy. 4th, 5th there from Odon and Goy. Very impressive from those two. Behind the current 3 of the top 4 in the championship. In the first 2 places, Derek on the one slightly out of position. There we go then, right, so I recall, I think I've put it on a standing start, it needs to be rolling. Yep, just realised. Rolling start. There we go. Please. Just want some chaos, Pagani. I just want some chaos. That's what I want. Who's not in that car? Can't see because of Phoebus. Bruce Lee. Bruce, get your car. I can do part of the grid at least. Well, like him. Good evening, Thickadane, as well. Oh, Hijack's in the chat. Good evening, Hijacked. How are you? It's been a while. Been a time. Been some time. Welcome back. Welcome back to an FTRL chat. We want moist. Absolutely unsafe. Moist is best. Yeah, I'm alright, mate. Thank you very much. Living the dream and all that jazz. And Bruce Lee, alright. Matthew, get in your car, please, and thank you. That's the toilet. Okay, well, I'll do the rest of the grid and I can put mine in it. Right then, so. Starting grid. So it was Dusty Fossil on pole position. With Joker behind him. Andwar. Very good P3. Then Odon, absolutely outstanding from him in P4. Backed up as well by Mr. Goy Karp. Very good P5 from him there. It was P6. And this is where my memory gets a little bit patchy. It was Matman in P7, who's not in his car yet. Then it was Matman, and then Pixie, didn't he? He stole up to the end. And Jesus. His car, he's in his car, right. See if that Dane, Zom, and my Bruce Lee is behind Face Potter. Who? Jesus and Zombie. Right, there we go. Right. Should we get the show on the road? So predictions then in the chat. Who do we think is going to win this one then? Aaron's already gone for Dusty Fossil. He thinks it'll be excellent strategy. And that's probably not a bad shout. We saw how good he did at the first endurance race at Dragon Trail, where he prevailed with the two-stop. Of course, stipulation this week is that all 3 tyre compounds must be used if the race stays dry, which means they have to use the soft, the medium and the hard for a minimum of 5 laps. If, however, it were to rain, then the tyre stipulation goes out the window and you do not have to use all of the compounds. So, Awesome Driver's going to try and save the hard tyre later on in the race, but we are go. And they're rolling, starting, away we go. Dusty Fossil leading us down towards turn 1. Cars in the background having to make their way through the bus stop there. It's a bit of a bitch of a start for some of the guys down the back. The guys in the front getting a massive advantage. And Goy Carper's already slipped up to P4 then, up the inside of Odon. It's further back then, down the inside we've got Zom up the inside of Jesus. So it's Dane up the inside of Jesus, and then Zom up the inside of Jesus. So it was Face Potter and Dane going side by side up into Eau Rouge for the first time. Andy trying to attack Joker into the Lacoon chicane for the first time. An attempt was made. Big old, I give you that. Goy's got himself a half-second penalty already then, so gained a place but got a half-second penalty. So swooped through Brazil for the first time. And he's on the attack then, taking the fight then to the 2 Sim Demon cars ahead of him. Further back where is Derek? He's still in P6, behind him Mattman's got a half-second penalty. Alex Pixie just behind him, but he's wide out of the Jackie X corner. Oh, he saves it. Oh, a couple of cars risking the AstroTurf there. It could be lethal. So I'll be looking at IMR Bruce Lee. No way through then into Puon, then right up behind him. Bruce Lee on the hard tyres. Zombie on the hard tyres as well. Dusty Fossil still leads. Joker though under pressure once again, as he was last week from a Roush racing car. Who's on what tyre? Asks Mikey. Well, let's have a rundown then. The race leader is, of course, on the soft tyre. Has to take advantage while the sun is shining. Behind him, his teammate also on the soft tyre, as is Andy in third. Goy Carp in fourth as well on the soft tyre. Then we've got Odon who's on the mediums. That might explain why Goy has jumped him at the start. And behind him, Derek is on the soft tyres and is closing in now as well. Matman in 7th is on the hard tyre. So he's gone getting that out of the way early. Face Potter behind him, he's on the soft tyres. He's 8th place already. Dane behind him on the soft as well. Alex Pixie on the hard tyre to begin with. Zoms on the soft. We've got Azus on the mediums. And we've got Amar Bruce Lee on the hard and Zombie on the hards. So a bit of mixture then. The front three all on the soft tyres, and they are nose to tail as they come out of La Source to start lap 2. And in third is a second, then covers the top 3. Now, strategy-wise, the Toyota is probably going to be the best on fuel. The Subaru is not bad. The Mustang, of course, is American, and therefore it is thirsty. And you can see the Toyota's there. The Toyota's stretching away. In fact, Joker is going to go for the lead here. He's up the inside of his teammate along the Kemmel Straight. He's got the inside for Leicum, and through into the lead goes Joker. Can it be 2 stopped? No, not on fuel, I don't believe, anyway. I don't know what the Toyota's like, but I did a run in the Subaru last night. At a push, I could get 10 laps out of it. So you'd be some big savings, but yeah, I did a 3-stop last night where he did. So I know the Subaru can do a 3-stop. A short stint on the hards. You can double stint the softs. But of course, they have to think about the rain. Is it going to rain? Then if you don't need to use the hards, you don't want to. So are some of these guys at the front here going to save those hards right till the end? That would of course leave them vulnerable. So then with the around them on soft tyres, but we shall see. Is it worth the risk? So Joker then, who showed excellent pace in qualifying, now leads the race. His teammate tucks in behind him, and Andy going with him. The front 3 have broken clear. They're 3.3 seconds ahead of 5 guys. Meanwhile, Derek, I think, has just moved past Odon. So Odon on the medium tyres to begin with them. But it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for him to just get dragged around by Derek for as long as he can do. Behind them, Matman holding on to P7, but Face Potter's made good progress. He's up to 8th place. Dane, however, is looking racy behind him, trying to find a way through. Both these guys on the soft tyre, nowhere on the outside for Dane. Face Potter, however, goes very wide out of Blanchimont. That might be a half-second penalty. Coming to the braking zone then. A little bit of dirt on his tyres, just needs to be careful. He's got a bit deep. Dane's going to try and go around the outside. Switches back out at the bus stop. Has a bit of a twitch. Not able to find a way through. Face Potter hangs on. Now although the really thick car has arrived, there's a Zom in that Mustang. Dane there being ever the 2 really thick boys there, letting each other go. And neither of them going. Oh, Zeus has a twitch out of La Source. Zom takes the place then from Dane. It's a good teamwork there from the really thick boys. Now Zom will give chase. Let's have a look at this Mustang power. I think it's matching the Toyota. So yeah, I think maybe the Toyota is actually the quickest of the 3 cars in a straight line. Is the Mustang a handling car now? So Alex Pixie in P12, these hard tyres, struggling a little bit, and looks like Bruce Lee's had a moment somewhere. He's dropped back a little bit. He's getting the pain out of the way early. Up front, meanwhile, Joker has put the afterburners on and he's pulling away. Now the front 3 is it is Andy who's doing the best on fuel at the minute. So you see Andy is literally just under 3/4 of a tank. Just because a little bit worse off. Joker's a little bit worse off still, but all in strong positions then. Probably looking to get to around about lap 8 or 9 as Autism is going to round up Dusty Fossil and into P2. So So Andy then watching Joker pull away. The gap's now 2 seconds. He decided he needs to be chasing him down, and Goy Carp is closing in a little bit in third place. So Dusty Fossil just struggling a little bit at this stage of the race. He's lost the lead and now lost second. He's down to third, and he's got a Mustang rapidly closing in. Goy Carp is absolutely flying. P5. Odon's still hanging on well in P6. Of course, he's the first of the cars on the mediums. Mattman doing a really good job as well in P7 on the hards. This little pack now. Dane at the head of it. Jesus down the inside of Face Potter into La Source. Good move. Gets that done. Oh, and Face Potter lights up the rear tyres. Very nearly goes around. That's does Alex Pixie just behind him. Potter lighting up the rear tyres there. Pointed out quite a lot of wind here, 4.3 metres per second, blowing down sort of into the drivers' faces along the straight. That's coming slightly from their right. They've got a good run into the braking zone for Leikun, but he's not close enough to make a move. Drops back in behind. Oh, then catches one of the bollards. That's a big old slide. What's happened to Zom then? 229 on that last lap. He's had a bit of a drama somewhere. That Mustang is it's a feisty car. Blue Flag said it does handle well, but not so much on the hard tyres. Well, at the minute, both of the Mustang runners are on the softs, and Goy Carp is doing a really good job. Now, what's happened, being well up front, because Andy has slipped back behind Dusty Fossil. So that maybe suggests a run down the Kemmel Straight. But up front, Joker is making hay, and he is clearing off. 3.8 seconds is now the lead for Joker at the moment. Okay, take a shot every time somebody spins out. Well, so far, I think only one driver has spun out that we know about, although that Zombie's struggling a little bit, so... Zom has cleared Alex Pixie. Alex, of course, getting these hard compound tyres out of the way. Dane now closing on a Mattman. Now he's got a bit of clear track. Because Mattman on those hard tyres. Now, how long do we think Matt's going to hang on to those hard tyres for? He's got to do at least one more lap, so we might see some pit stops at the end of next lap. Here we go again then, battle for P2. Up through a Rouge. Dusty Fossil then jinks to the side there, trying to break the slipstream, but Andy's dived back in again. That Toyota is no slouch in a straight line, is it? Andy's not going to be close enough. He gets right... Oh! Oh dear, Andy gets some massive airtime over that bollard. For a minute I thought he was going to have a big moment, just the game. Bounced over the bollard, got about 10 feet in the air. That would have been a stiff old landing. Just going back further back, that's Dane there, just sweeping up Mattman into Leikun. He's still ahead of Face Potter as they come out of the Leikun complex. Down towards Brussels. Zom then now got his head down, closing in on that pack as well. Bruce has got ahead of Zombie then, so Zombie's had some more dramas. Andy then trying to hang on, and Goy Carp is still getting closer. Goy Carp's got that gap down to 2.3 seconds now. Goy Carp is coming. Are we going to see a Goy Carp podium? He's in the mixer. Oh, Goy Carp, wow. Wow-wee, that was committed. Blanchim hard. Brown trials over there for Goy Carp. He gets a half-second penalty for his trouble. That was a big old slide there. The Mustang really not liking that one at all. He survives for another time. The minute the Toyota's then just had to pull away. Now look at the tyre wear situation, and that Toyota is being a lot kinder on its front tyres than the Subaru is. So much kind of, well, to be fair, it's Dusty Fossil's. Joker's tyres are a little bit worse, but still better than Andy's. So yeah, the Subaru a little bit worse on tyres. Anybody going to be in this time? I think Matman's in. Matman is in. So Matman is getting off the hard tyre. Imagine Alex Pixie now. Alex Pixie's gone round again. Ooh, Zombie's also taking the scenic route out of Paul Ferret. Derek now got clear and pushing on. Odon's in a bit of no man's land now. What's Matman going to come out on? Just fill the tank here. Zombies in as well. So the two touring car Max cars in at the end of lap 5, getting their hard tyre over and done with. Now, interesting that Omar Bruce Lee and Alex Pixie have gone round again. Matman's coming out on the mediums then, so he's going to medium stint now. Now from this point on, he can split the race into 3 more equal segments of 9 laps, if he so wishes. 27 to go. That's one we're going to go on to. Put the fuel on, we'll pick him up again in a minute. But yeah, Joker's lead then has been eaten into. It was nearly 4 seconds. Dusty Fossil's got it down to 2.4. And he also put a little bit of a gap into Andy. Still there as well. He's got his penalty to serve in a second though. Drop him back a little bit. Only half second, but it will cost him all the way then down this straight to the bus stop. Carp going really well so far. The big question for the Goy Carp is, can he get to lap 9 on those tyres? Doing everything he can to just keep those Toyotas honest, but their tyre wear situation, look at Dusty Fossil's tyres, front tyres are in absolutely superb condition. When you consider them to Andy's behind and even his teammates in front, they're probably about double. I mean, Joker's tyres are in really good condition considering they're 7 laps old on a full tank, but Dusty Fossil's got like half the wear, so he's being super smooth. So maybe just that, letting the guys around him push a little bit harder, saved his tyres, and that'll come back and help him at the end of the stint, of course. What's the fuel situation up front then? Joker is about equal with his teammate, and he's still a little bit better in that Subaru. Gold Carp now is just under a quarter of a tank, so has he got 2 more in there? Let's get him to lap 8. And he could do 4 equal stints there. Gold Carp goes purple in sector 1. And Mustang then has got the legs down the straight. Derek is also doing well P5, and they've got Odon still doing really well in P6. Still in a bit of no man's land, but of course he's on the medium tyre at the minute. The guys ahead of him are all on the softs, so we'll come back to him later in the race, getting his medium tyre stint over and done with. Dane driving well. P7 trying to close in a little bit on Odon. He's on the soft tyres, so he's got that advantage. Face Potter also going really well. Made some good progress on the soft tyres. Tyres looking very second hand, but doing okay on fuel. And Jesus having on his first appearance of the season. Good to see him back. Behind him, Zom has got himself a half-second penalty, and Alex Pixie's still there on those hard tyres now. I'm surprised Alex is still going, to be honest. I thought he would have pitted by now. There's Matman out on the mediums, and Zombie's come out on the soft, so Zombie's onto a soft tyre stint. Front then, starting to spread out a little bit then. Dusty Fossil now just putting a little bit of time into Andy behind him. I feel that those tyres are probably the main factor behind that. Andy pushing hard still. Last minute rain, I hope will help maybe. The minute though the skies are clear, the sun is shining. But as we saw last night, that rain can close in quickly now. Look at the distance there. That's some grey cloud in the distance there. But the wind is blowing that way. Scott Carp arrives sideways again with another half-second penalty. What is Goy Carp doing? He's exploring some track limits now, and he's got Derek closing in. Goy Carp has driven really well in this stint so far. Just 10 seconds off the lead. needs to start picking up these penalties. Is he getting them at Eau Rouge or is he getting them at Blanchimont? Let's have a look how he fares this time. He's committed through there. As the fuel warning light pops on then, so he'll be in at the end of this lap. Okay, another purple sector 1 from Goycart. Not this time. Dane's doing really well on fuel, quarter of the tank there. Face Potter behind him. He's kind of spread out a little bit now. Alex Pixie's in meanwhile. He's getting off of his hard tyres. On go to the next set. So in comes Imar Bruce Lee. Matman goes through. Yes, so once all 3 tyres, basically you have to, as long as you use each set once, then you can use as many softs as you want. There is no limit on how many softs you want, but obviously it's quite a long pit lane here, so you don't want to be pitting too often. What is Alex Pixie going to come out? He's filling the tank up. He's out on the mediums now, so he's doing a medium stint. Foot in the gap is holding between Joker and Dusty Fossil. Dusty Fossil had closed in. Dusty Fossil just did his personal best fastest lap, in fact an 18.8. Joker did 19.4, but Joker has the fastest lap at 18.2 on lap 2, then he was absolutely flying there. He's back on qualifying pace. Now, have we got another lap in the tank? I think so. Oh, he's in. Joker's in. And Dusty Fossil follows him. What's Andy doing? Andy's carrying on. So Andy's going to do one more lap. So Andy's doing what I think is going to be the optimal strategy. Because if you can do 9 laps on your soft tyres, get the fuel to extend, and you can only need to do 5 on the hards. Ian has come 5 guys. You can see he's quite a little bit worse on fuel there. 14 litres each there for Joker and Dusty Fossil, so those two very evenly matched. Boycott just a 2, but he's got to the magical lap 8 mark that he needed. Odon's in as well, so he's getting off his mediums. So the pit stop's coming in, so Derek has also gone through, as has Dane. So they're making it to lap 9, so different strategies now start to play out. Who is doing the right strategy? I think this may very well come down to who's on the hard tyres and when. Now, looking at the sky, it's getting a little bit overcast. The sun not quite so bright anymore. You can't unfortunately see any radars. Nobody's got their radar on, so I can't tell you what the weather's going to be doing. So we're just going to have to keep our eyes on the skies, but you can see now, the shadows have gone, the sun's gone in. So cloud cover is coming over. Now what are Dusty Fossil and Joker out on? The Joker's out on the mediums, Dusty Fossil's on the mediums. 5 guys out on the mediums as well. Matman has jumped Odon, who's going onto the hards. So Matman there with that short first in, a shorter refuel. He's jumped ahead of Odon. Oh, Alex Pixie having a slide out of the final corner, the first corner rather. He's just going to lap down, however Andy is about to pit, so our race leader will be in this time around. Now what tyres does he do? Of course if it rains, those guys who've used the hard tyres might be kicking themselves because they would not have needed them at the minute. The sky is a little overcast. It's still clear through into the lead. In comes the race leader then. His teammate will be following him in. So where are they going to come out relative to their rivals? Andy's only got 8 litres in, so we have to put more fuel in, so you would imagine that they'll get jumped here. Then coming around as well, he will be in this time. Zom, meanwhile, done very well to get 9 laps out of that Mustang. That's a very impressive fuel economy from Zom. Now we know he can be very good with his fuel. He's definitely proved it this time. That Mustang probably should not have done 9 laps of the tank of fuel, but fair play to him. Just comes to the bus stop there behind him, Joker. Coming around, Andy is fueling up. Jesus is in between the 2 Sim Demon cars at the minute, but I imagine he'll be in this time. He is. So that releases Dusty Fossil. Now where are... Oh, Andy's on his way. And Andy's short fueled. He's out on the hards. So Andy's getting his hard stint out of the way now. But with that cloud in the sky. Now, is he watching the radar? Does that mean the rain's not imminent? Because you would imagine if he thought rain was coming, he wouldn't put the hards on. So Andy then has jumped into the lead of the race by short fueling, but he's out on the hard tyres now. Lap time wise, they're going to be about 2 seconds slower, maybe even 3 seconds slower than the soft times. So you're looking at 22s to 24s on those hard tyres. And while the mediums will be doing 2-minute 20s, maybe 2:19s at a push. So what has Derek done? Derek's on the hard as well, and so Roush and Sim Demon splitting their strategies. And Derek has jumped Goy as well. So again, Derek with the short fuel has jumped ahead of Goy Carp. And the mediums there's Matman as well in the background. So Matman and 21s, 21.8, 21.8 again. So consistent slaps there from Matman. He's bringing himself into play now as well. Look, Goy Carp's 5 seconds up the road. Dane as well. He's now on the soft. He's doing both of his soft stints. As he banking on some rain. He's jumped ahead of Odon as well. Odon getting his hard tyre stint out of the way. That's Pixie up to P9 as well. The medium tyre, a little bit deeper to Lecoum there. Zom behind him, who's now on the medium tyre as well. Filled the tank, so he'll be going long. Face Potter, and Jesus, and Zombie. So Zombie's now bringing himself into this as well. Back a little bit earlier. Getting that short stint on the hards. He's got the painful bit out of the way. Now he can just push on because he's going to have better tyres for the rest of the race. Thinks about a move into Brussels, but not quite close enough. You can see he's got so much more grip at this stage. Then, but he's got a half-second penalty as well. Around the outside of the Jackie X corner. Oh, big old slide. Oh, good save. Very good save there. Still in the attack as well. Despite that massive moment, he's got a really good run down towards Puon, but he's going to back out of it. Exo sweeps around the outside, takes his nose off, but then runs out to the AstroTurf. And Zombie takes the place. I mean, where? Well, in the skies, if it's coming, it's getting cloudy. It's getting murky. Is it coming? Is that rain coming? What lap times are our leaders doing there? 20.9 from Joker, 20.8 from Dusty Fossil. This will be Andy's first flying lap then, but he's already lost about 3 seconds. So the guys behind him, so they are closing on him quickly. Owl up on the hard tyres, of course the hard tyres don't switch on very easily, so it's only around about now we'll actually be offering him any sort of decent grip. We do want Monsoon, absolutely. Cop then has just held Matman that time around, just lost a couple of tenths on that lap. Feel quite spread out now mostly, you've got a good battle here still. Oh, Zombie sideways. Very sideways out of the final corner. Thinks about losing it left, thinks about losing it right, gathers them both up, and he's got himself another half-second penalty. This reserved the one he had, and now he's got himself another one. So his battle with Jesus will rage on. Jesus trying to get a run down the hill. Coming to Eau Rouge. Sweep out wide there, kicking up some dirt. Whoa, he's so committed. Oh, he's heading for the wall at the top of Radion. Zombie's got a bit of a better run now, starting to pull away. Gets out of slipstream range of back there, so good run up the hill. And while the gap between Andy and Joker has come down a little bit, but it's not so much anymore. Good evening, Napula. Oh, Napula. Hello, hello, welcome. Long time no see. Oh, Joker there, a little bit wide, out of Blanchimont. Did he keep it within track limits? He did, no penalty forthcoming then. So what's Andy's lap time? What kind of times is he banging out? 22.2. So good lap there from Andy on those hard tyres. Behind him, Joker doing a 20.8. Still closing. Dusty Fossil 21.4. So yeah. Andy there. minimising some losses there. He's still losing a little bit of time, but not losing a hatful of time at the moment. It's good pace there. Derek there also getting his hard tyre at the stint. Goykarp has responded to the pressure from behind of 21.2. Solid lap there on those tyres. What has happened to Matman? Oh, Matman's at a moment somewhere. Getting going again. Odon's gone through, Dane's gone through as well, so Matt's had a drama somewhere, unfortunately. It's a shame there because he was closing in on Goykarp. I was just coming back to see what the gap was, but Matman's had a mistake somewhere. He's lost a couple of places as he's behind Odon. He's on those hard tyres. And on his medium stints. Dane then up to P6. Once again, Dane just silently climbing the order. He's now got 9 seconds to Goy. He's lapping faster. So he's closing. He's driving well. P9 for him at the minute. It's on P10. He's just cleared face Potter. And Matt Zombie there as well. Who is dispatched to Bezoos. So Zombie's now bringing himself into contention with this group ahead of him. Yes, as I just said, if you haven't already liked the stream, please do so. This week you need to push that with your left shoulder blade. Thank you. As for the lead, then Joker has latched onto the back of Andy. He had a pull for air. I think Andy knows he doesn't need to necessarily fight this too hard because it's at the minute not really his battle. Obviously, if you don't have a left shoulder. If he can hold up Joker as long as he can do, obviously that will come back and help him later on as Andy's wide out of Blanchimont there, bouncing over the curves. Joker's around the outside. It's going to be who's latest on the brakes. Joker on the outside, Andy on the inside. They're going to make a bit of contact there, just a bump. The Joker retakes the lead of the race. Is Andy going to fight back? The more he can hold up Joker, the better it will be for him later on. He's in the slipstream as they head towards La Source. He pops to the inside. Is he going to go for the move? He is. He's down the inside. Joker's going to hang it around the outside. Great side-by-side action. Now it's a traction race out of La Source. Joker gets the lead, but Andy tucks him right behind him. Trying to disrupt, distract, annoy, delay. Joker drove well there, up Rouge in the dirty air. He's now in the slipstream, but that Toyota we've seen already is really quick in a straight line. Joker jinks to the inside to try and break the slipstream. And he has succeeded. I think he'll be ahead as they come to Lacombe, and he's not going to be close enough for a move. So Joker then hits the front again, but a little bit later. Oh, Andy really deep on the brakes there, really aggressive on the brakes into Lacombe on those hard tyres, showing no fear. Great driving Vandy there. Continuing to harass that Toyota as they round Brussels. Slide there as he tries to get the power down. Joker now, you can just see starting to pull away. Medium tyres really telling through these fast corners. Driving really well though on those hards. Not going away, is he? He's hanging on resolutely here. Dusty Fossil also just starting to inch into contention further back. Derek's just dropped away a little bit. 23s. Solid lap times, but at the minute he is just dropping away. But of course he's getting his painful bit out of the way at the minute. So you notice the sun is also just starting to peek through those clouds again. At the minute it looks like the threat of rain is going away again. Look up in a solid P5. Dane is just chipping away though, but only by a tenth on that last lap, so that's not going to be enough. Matt Mann meanwhile has caught and passed Odon again, and is setting about trying to chase down Dane. 2:35 from Matt, so big off for him somewhere. Pull for them, pulling it away. Going on up front. Well, Joker has now edged that gap up to 1.4 seconds. But the sun coming out will definitely be helping Andy. So Put some more heat into those hard tyres, give him a little bit more grip. Again, look at Andy, 2:22.001, so Andy lapping really quickly. They lost 8 tenths to Dusty Fossil. Good considering he's on the hard tyre and Dusty Fossil on the medium. Now Andy is, I believe, on what will be his final lap on these hard tyres as well. So Andy will be in this time around. He's getting his, catches the bollard. That's a big old slide. He catches it nicely though, like the god that he is. But yeah, he'll be getting off those tyres now. So the good thing what he's done there is of course short fueled on those hard tyres, which means that your lap times are significantly better. You might be thinking to yourself, oh, it's the hard tyres, I'll top the fuel up now. It doesn't matter because I'm on the hard tyres, but ideally you don't want to be carrying too much weight around on those hard tyres because they're quicker, you're quicker. You'd probably be doing 23s, 24s like Derek. That man has not shaken off Odon. Odon driving well still because he's getting his painful bit out of the way early on in the race. So he'll be on the softs to the end then, once he gets off of these hard tyres. Alex Pixie in the background, they're driving really well as well. Backwards a little bit at the start, on those, he ran a little bit longer on the hard tyre than Matt and Zombie did. Yeah, bringing himself into contention there. Odon's 5 seconds up the road. Again, so both of them have used the mediums, both of them have used the hards, so they'll both be on the softest. Andy's in from P2, he's down to P3. Derek, I imagine, will be following him in as well. Yep, Derek is in then, so the Roush racing cars are in. And now it can be soft or mediums for both of them. What are they going to go for? Still have to use the mediums. So they might be looking to use their medium tyres now. Scoy and Dane have gone through. Going to the podiums, Aces. Things you love to see. That man's in as well. So Matman now, of course, going to the soft tyres. So he's now used the hard and the mediums. So Matman now's got just soft tyres left to use. And he's topping up. And what is he going for? Is he doing mediums or is he doing softs? He's doing mediums. Here's Alex Pixie. Zombie as well. Zom having a bit of a twitch there, that Mustang still wanting to kick out a little bit. Zombie just used a soft tyre now, so he'll be going on to either the mediums or we can do another soft stint. Joker then leading his teammate. 3 seconds the gap between the two Sim Demon cars. They're now being released. But now, of course, is where the different strategies will start to play out, and of course it will all sort of merge together at their final stops. So they've done soft, they've done medium, so these two will have to use at least the hard tyre at least. Minimum 5 laps, but when do they make that call? Still got a few laps in those tanks yet, maybe 2 or 3 more laps. Still into lap 8 in the first stint. So are they doing equal 8, 8, 8, 8? Or are they going to try and go a bit longer on the medium tyres? I'm surprised they pitted when they did, if I'm honest, just because they looked like they had more fuel and they could have gone another lap, which would have opened up more options for them, but fuel wise, both about the same. Joker a little bit better than Dusty Fossil here, which is definitely going to help him. Save him a little bit of time in the pit lane. Gatlin's coming down. Dusty Fossil's had a good lap there. Yeah, look at that, 6 tenths he's pulled back on him on that lap. 20.2 into 20.8. Goy in solid P3. Keeping that gap to Dane. In fact, Dane's had a moment of that last lap for 23.1, so Dane's had a moment somewhere. He was catching Goykarp. Goykarp to the 20.8 last time around. Now, I imagine Goykarp might be in this time. Alex Pixie's in, meanwhile. Another one who's driving well. So Andy then is 59, so it's a minute gap now to the leaders at the minute, but they're on the same tyres. Derek is 15 seconds behind his teammate then, so Andy leading the charge to this week. Closely matched last week, closely matched in week 2 at Dragon Trail, and getting closely matched at Brands Hatch, but Andy showing his class this week, saying I'm the number 1 at Roush Racing. Derek backing up amicably though. So he's possibly leaves the pits then. He's on his hard. He might have just had a bit of a slide there. He's towards the pit lane, but he's still circulating. He's got Jesus just behind him. Alex Pixie then will be on the soft tyre now. So now he's on his the quick phase of his race. 16 laps to go. He can do 2 8-lap stints from here. Leaders going round again then, so they are extending the second stint. 20.7 from split strategies from Sim Demon. Joker goes round again. Dusty Fossil is in, so Dusty Fossil looks like he's doing the 8-8-8-8. He's got 13 litres, so there's at least one more lap in the tank. Interesting, then Goy is in as well. So Goy is on schedule. Again, another 8-lap stint. Dane's going to come around and go. Like Dane doing really well on fuel again. He's probably got at least 2 or 3 more laps in that tank there. So Dane can carry on. Of course, he still has to use the mediums and the hards. He's used double soft so far. With no threat of rain, the sun is back out again over most of the circuit. Bit of shade here on the bus stop. Odon is in. Goes Andy. Now where is Andy going to come up relative to Dusty Fossil? That's going to be the question. And what tyres is Dusty Fossil going on to? Still in the tank. That suggests a soft stint. It's hard. So Dusty Fossil going a little bit different here. He's filled up the tank on the hards. Where is Andy? Andy's round the Lasaur, so he's just behind him. So Dusty Fossil is marginally ahead, but we saw how quickly they closed in on Andy when he was on the hard tyres. Now the roles are reversed. He's on the mediums. It's Dusty Fossil is on the hards. Goy and Odon also going onto the hard. It's just Odon. No, he's just getting off the hards, isn't he? I was going to say Odon can't have gone back onto the hard, surely. Goy got then getting his hard stint out of the way. And he's dropped out just in front of Zom. So the two Mustangs together. Let's have a look at some V8 muscle battle, shall we? Slipstream. Goy's actually pulling away a little bit. I've not got the slipstream, so hang on. Really, again, beautiful livery once again from Zom. And these really thick cars. That Mustang looking absolutely superb. I do have to get a shout out to the livery creators within the FTRL community. There are some absolutely superb designers out there. Obviously, Dusty Fossil's one that we all know and love. His work is absolutely superb. Zom, again, another one who puts a lot of time and effort into really good race liveries. A lot of his across the grid. They're getting out of the way. I think he knows that's not his battle. Again, Joker, another one who does a really good job on liveries. Oh, Zom's caught the AstroTurf. Oh, just about got away with it. Meanwhile, Dane. Danish flags in the chat, please, because Dane is about to take the lead of the race. Let's get those Danish flags waving. Oh, Zombie's lagged out. Oh, big shame. Danish flags wave, please. We have got a new race leader, and it is Fat Dane. He leads then. Andy coming out the bus stop. Joker is topping up with fuel. What is strategy-wise? tyres, what is he going on to? So Andy's cleared Dusty Fossil, and how? So Dusty Fossil lost a lot of time. Joker's out and away, he's just ahead, and he's on the hard tyre. Good evening, Dan. What was that? I'm Marlon Fred. Just want to know if you're taking on any more teams, any drivers. Yes, mate, by all means. If you go onto our Twitter page, if you've got Twitter, which is we are at _FTRL_. There is a link to the Discord there. If you want to follow the link, hop in the Discord. We'll have a chat and sort you out. So Joker then has stayed ahead of Andy, but the gap is just 2.7 seconds. So Andy is closer to Joker than Joker was to Andy when Andy pitted. Again, though, Joker has filled up the tank, so we've now got differing strategies playing out. They're doing different things. Dusty Fossil's 5 seconds behind Andy then, so he had a big old loss there. What happened to Dusty Fossil on his outlap? 3:02. Banging in 2:20s there. That's solid medium tyre pace, and of course very quick on F1, and that is showing more and more of it on GT now as well. If you're a fast man on F1, you're a fast man on anything. This man is a fast man. This is Holmes in on Joker, the gap down to 1.3 already. Meanwhile, let's go watch Dane as he comes around. This will be his in lap, so he will be pitting this time. Royally thick Toyota into the braking zone for the bus stop. He will now peel right into the pit lane, and makes his second stop then. So he's got lap 18, so he's done 2 9-lap stints so far. After his fuel and tyres really well. I think the Joker will come down and reassume the lead. However, he has got a rapidly closing Roush Racing Subaru right behind him. Meanwhile, Dusty Fossil now 6.8 seconds back. He needs to have just stemmed the tide. Eric's got a big old gap. He's trying to close in at the minute. So I'm now running in P6, but he's also in this time. Once again, look at that, right down on the fumes. Getting 9-lap stints out of that Mustang. That could have been committed again, it was. Oh, always gone a little bit deep there into the chicane. Tom's in as well. 1 litre of fuel. It's really drain that tank. Here we go then for the lead. Joker defending the inside. He's going to have to send Andy the long way around if he wants it. He's going to be latest on the brakes. Is Joker brave enough on those hard tyres? And he's going to hang out around the outside. There's a bit of contact again, and Joker just shuts the door. So not there. The Toyota there is able to defend into Les Combes. Can he find a gap in the middle section of the lap then? This is where those hard tyres will be not at their premium compared to the medium tyres on that Subaru behind. This is where Andy needs to get clear now. They're on different strategies. They're going to be pitting at different times for their final stint. Andy looking to the outside for Puon. Joker defending. Can Andy force a mistake? Can he switch back up the inside? There's contact! Oh, Joker gets away with it. Got onto the curb, didn't hit the AstroTurf. Andy trying to cut back there, but there wasn't quite a car's width. Just caught the rear quarter panel. Joker's a little bit deep then into Piff Path. Andy trying to look around the outside, trying to set it up for Campus. Joker's defending for his life. It's like watching blue flag. Andy around the outside. He's trying to cut back for the inside for Paul Fred. Joker has a big old twitch there, trying to get the power down. That will give Andy a run. Here we go again then. The bus stop might be his best place. So we saw Joker overtake him. Can Andy get close enough then? Into the breakers. That Toyota's pulling away. Is Andy going to go for a big old send on the brakes? Oh, Joker's got a bit deep, has he? No, he's got it stopped. No, he's got a little bit deep. And he's on a better line. He's had a really good run out the corner. And he gets the power down the back end of the Subaru, shakes. Joker continues to defend the inside into the source. And he pops out wide. Joker moves over to the middle of the track. And he's going to try and go the long way around. Parks it on the apex. And he's trying to get the cut back, but finds the Toyota in his way. They're side by side down there. We've got a terrible camera angle. They are side by side, but the Toyota edges ahead again. Up through, ready on. There we go, into the slipstream goes the Subaru. Again, Joker will defend the inside line. Send that Subaru the long way around. Is Andy going to be close enough on the brakes this time? Is he going to be brave enough on the brakes this time? Is he going to go around the outside again? He's Leon on the brakes, they're side by side again, but again Joker holds on. Absolutely Pagani. Andy all over the back of Joker, but Joker is defending superbly. Andy's got the inside now though, has he? Into Brussels. And he is through. Joker's going to try and hang on around the outside. And he's going to run him out. And takes the place away. Great battling for those two. Absolutely superb driving from the pair of them. Battling for a lap. Andy trying to find a way through. Joker defending absolutely superbly. But eventually that tyre benefit just told. And Andy gets down the inside into Brussels. And he takes the lead of the race away. Now Andy needs to build a gap. Because his final stint will be longer on the soft tyre, which means he's going to have to put a little bit more fuel in. Question is, well, Joker's going to want to get off those tyres as quickly as possible. Now, what lap is he on in terms of his pit stop then? So this is his 4th lap, isn't it, I think? So he pitted on lap 17. This is in laps 18, 19. This is his, this is his 3rd lap on the hard tyres. This will be his 4th one around to complete. Andy now needs to build that gap. Because they will then be head-to-head on soft tyres to the end. The track's just getting a little bit overcast again. Build that gap, just defossil. 6 seconds back. Derek is closing, but not taking chunks of time. Dane in P5, and we've got a battle on with Goy Carp. 5 Goys on the hards. Dane is on the mediums. Mustang is super quick in the line, then he's homing in on the back of the Toyota. So the braking zone, who's going to be brave? Is Goy going to go for a move? Not close enough. Didn't fancy it this time. Oh, that Mustang there, shaking its hips as it tries to get the power down in towards La Source. Is he going to be close enough for a move this time? Down there we go. Down towards Eau Rouge. Dane defending from Goy. Goy aiming for a top 6. Well, he's currently got that. Going to want a little bit more, won't he? That Joker defence comes to the blue flag seal of approval. Trademark registered FTRL 2024. Dane there having a good run through Eau Rouge there, holding the gap to the Mustang. Goy not able to find a way through. Of course, Dane will have to run the hard tyres yet. Goy getting his pain out of the way now. Matman in a lonely P7 now. He's got a bit of a gap back to Odon. 10 seconds ahead. Yep, he's on the soft tyres though, so he's just done his fastest lap of the race as well, 20.7. Meanwhile, 23.8 from Goy, 22.6 from Dane. So Matman took 2 and 3 seconds respectively out of the car, the gaps ahead of him. And if he can keep doing that, he'll be with them in a few laps. So keep an eye on Matman. Odon now also on the soft tyres, so he's done his painful bit of the race. He's also just done his personal best fastest lap, 20.2. Too far back from Matman. Alex Picks in the background as well, also on the soft tyres. That's all these guys on the soft tyres. Goy and Dane ahead of them are going to be using the medium and the hards, so they will be catching them towards the end of this race. So battle for a top 5 finish. I'll be getting a little bit busier. Zomane Zeus. Oh, my Bruce Lee is out as well. Andy has used his hard tyres, yes, so Andy went soft hard, then medium, which means that he'll have the soft tyres to use at the end of the race, as they will Dusty Fossil, as will Joker, as will Derek. So the top 4 will all have the soft tyres in the final stint. So it's going to come down to a sprint race between those 4, the top 4. And then we've got Dane, who's going to have to use the hard tyre in the final stint. Goy will be on the mediums, I believe. No, in fact, Goy will be on the softs again. I'm sure Goy's used his medium tyres. And then you've got Matman, Odon, Alex Pixie all on the soft tyres, catching Dane and Goy. Someone Jesus, meanwhile, having a good old battle. Oh, Jesus has gone for it into Campos. There's contact, more contact. Zom holds on. Both these guys on the soft tyres. Bit of Morse code there. Absolutely. Get ATs ready. Someone's got some. Absolutely. Trying to get close enough for another attack. The second back is closing. Head down towards the source. Again, the sun is coming out then, so it does look like they're not going to get any rain this evening. Then the threat's been there, but it hasn't arrived. Face Potter still going well. He's on the medium tyres now as well. 22, not bad lap time. Up front, Andy then has a 3.2 second lead. He's building that gap. But of course, he's going to have to put more fuel in. He's now on, well, he's on what, just under a quarter of a tank. He'll have one more lap. He'll be in for his final stint. Joker hanging on resolutely, 3 seconds of the gap, but look at how much more fuel he's got. So you would have to say at the minute, the advantage is with Joker. He's got one more lap to do on these hards as well, I believe. 22.3 as well, setting good lap times on the hard tyre. Derek meanwhile continuing to close on Dusty Fossil. The gap's down to 7 seconds then. Joker, look at how much more Joker fuel Joker's got than even Dusty Fossil as well. So Joker's in a very strong place here. You have to say maybe advantage Joker. He'll probably come out that the time he'll save on the fuel and definitely put him back around where Andy is. Maybe even ahead. So Andy knows he's got to push. What is likely his in lap. He's done a personal best in sector 1 there. As we gear up then for oh, Joker getting out on the curb there, lighting up those rear tyres. Now, interesting, Joker's done an extra lap on the hard tyre, and I think it's because of the fuel, I think, more than anything. I don't think he could actually extend his stint long enough to get to the end, so he's doing more laps on those hard tyres than, say, Andy's done. Dane, meanwhile, has seen off the advances of Goy Kart for now. Those hard tyres just trying to hurt Goy a little bit. That man continues to close in as well. 21.5 against 23. Another second and a half out of that gap then. Goy Kart needs to be keeping an eye on his mirrors. However, he's probably due his pit stop in another lap's time. So we've got 1.5 more laps on these hard tyres. And he can get back onto the softs. But there's Matman. Matman is closing. In the background in a second. Odon will appear. There he is. He's coming into Jackie X corner. Alex Pixie is closing on him as well. Has now just put a little bit of a gap into Jesus. Race leader is in. Andy is in. What does Joker do? Joker's around again. Interesting. Joker doing more laps on these hard tyres. Why? Yeah, my question is why? Obviously, Derek should be in as well. Derek's in as well. Both the Roush cars lent 7 litres of fuel. So they are absolutely together on strategy as they pit this time. Dane will come through, go back into the podium places, and he then starting to fill up with fuel. So here we go, the final stops coming up. Now the strategy will start to play out. We'll start to see where everybody is. Matman is in as well. about 6 litres, so slightly just a litre less than the 2 Roush racing cars. Andy topping the tank up nearly, and away he goes. Andy's on his way. Hasn't quite fully fueled up 95 litres in that car. It's quite just ahead of Odon. Now that could be critical. However, Odon might fancy a crack here, and he could do without that. So through ready onto the Kemmel straight. Odon's got a good run on Andy here. Now, what does Odon want to do? And he's defending the middle of the road there, trying to make it difficult, as we saw with Joker. Odon has got a good run. They're side by side into the braking zone, and he knows for his race he needs to stay ahead, and he does. How critical might that be? Andy now is just going to have to push. Gap to the race leader is 50 seconds, and so it was 59, of course, after his last stop. Of course, we know that Joker and Dusty Fossil have less time stationary because they've got more fuel in their car. So these laps now are going to be critical. What's Joker doing? Is he in this time? Still got a quarter of a tank of fuel in. What is he doing? He's in. Race leader's in then. Joker pits. Is Dusty Fossil going to follow his lead? He does. And of course, Dusty Fossil does even one more lap further on the hard tyre because he pitted a lap before Joker, of course. Yeah, 21.7 there from Joker on the hard tyre. That is a very impressive lap time. Where is Andwar? There's Goy. There is Andy. He's coming along the back straight. Oh, Beef Monster much, absolutely. Where do they fill out the fuel going into Joker's car? Andy's coming out of Blanchimont. I still think Joker's going to be ahead. But by how much? Andy out of the final corner. Joker's still fueling. Andy's coming down the start-finish straight. Joker's had to fill the tank, interestingly. And Andy's rounding the turn 1. Where is Joker? Here he comes. They're going to be together. Who's going to be ahead? Is Andy. Andy's ahead. But they are together on track again. I feel like Joker's overfueled there. There's Dusty Fossil. Where's Derek? Derek's coming out of the source, so that gap has come down as well. Again, Dusty Fossil's also filled the tank there, so both Toyotas have really filled their tank. That surprises me. I think they've overfueled. It's cost Joker drag position. Dane leads the race once again. Danish flags in the chat, please, for that. Dane is leading the race, and I imagine he's probably going to go to about lap 27. Look at his, he needs to get to lap 27, at which point he will have to pit to put the hards on. I think he's played the strategy banking on some wet weather, but it hasn't come. So he will be on the hard tyres at the end, which means he will be vulnerable to the likes of Goy Kart, Matman, Odon potentially. Dave's driven a really good and consistent race so far. Look at his lap times there, solidly 22s, 21s. Good solid pace there from Dane. He's getting himself very much out of trouble and has just slowly picked his way up the order, and the minute he's on for a top 5. Oh, he's off! Paul Frere. Oh, what's happened there? Oh no, he's not. What happened there? Oh, he's lagged out. No. Oh no, Dane. Oh. Well, unfortunately, Dane has left the building. Not through his own choice by the look of it. Unfortunately, looks like an error has occurred. Well, that means the battle for the lead is back on again then, and there is just 9/10 of a second between them. Here we go then, we have got 8 lap sprint to the flag, 7 laps to go as they cross the line this time. Gap behind is 9 seconds to Dusty Fossil. Dusty Fossil then, despite being a bit of a strategy guru, it's not worked out for him tonight. He's been left trailing in the wake of his teammate and of his title rival. Derek is trying, just not able to get on terms. There's Dusty Fossil, there's Derek in the foreground. Derek has just not quite had the pace to live at the top 3 tonight. Meanwhile, Zom, who is still on strategy, so he'll be going for another couple of laps. Goy, meanwhile, is out in P6, then it's 2.5 seconds then, but they're now back on the soft tyres. So Goy's on softs, Mattman's on softs, Odon's on softs, Alex Pixie's on softs. So Mattman versus Goy for P6. Well, there will be P5, of course, because Zom's still got to stop. Let's go back then to the battle for the lead, and it's Andy versus Joker. Marley reckons Joker's got this. And we've seen that Toyota is very quick in a straight line. We know how good in the cornering it is, but you can see the dirty air there. He gets a big aero wash there through the Jackie X corner. Yeah, really got it for Dane. That was, oh yeah, there he is. Oh Dane, I'm so gutted for you, mate. Go through Piff Paff, and he's just got that lead up to nearly a second again, but Joker is right there. We've seen that Toyota is quick in a straight line. We've already seen them both have a great battle as they tried to overtake each other while the other one was on the hard tyres. what might that be unsafe, I wonder? Through Blanchard when we go, half a second then is the gap into the braking zone for the bus stop. Joker not going to be close enough this time. Through the bus stop we go. Another lap time then, Andy with a 19.7, Joker with a 19.5. Now both just going to push hard then. Andy needs a good run out of La Source, try and pull a bit of a gap there. He's got out of the slipstream range critically. That could be critical for his defence this time around. When does the Toyota start to close? Gap still going up now. No, it's holding. Now through Eau Rouge up ready on. That's where the Toyota then starts to gain. And now he's closing in, but he's not in slipstream range, so Andy will be safe this time around. Dusty Fossil in a solid P3. He's got 9 in front, he's got 10 behind then, so he's safe and secure, barring a big error. Derek also 10 seconds in arrears, but 25 ahead of Zom, who's in the pit, so Goy and Mattman, who are nose to tail as well. Let's keep an eye on this battle for a minute. Quick look, see what's going on up front. Gap still 0.6 of a second then. Round the source, Goy Carp in the Mustang, Mattman in the Subaru. A top 5 place in the offing here. Who wants it more? Goy Carp would love it dearly. It will also be Mattman's best result of the season as well. Mustang there, you stretching its legs up the hill and pulling away. It's the braking zone then for Lecoum. Now is where the Subaru should start to close in again. The handling section, the twisty section. Not the Mustang's strong point. Goy driving really well. Just extending the gap there, but now Mattman starts to close again. Up front, leaders a second between Andy and Joker. Andy's had a really good middle sector. Again, the Toyota though, in its straight line prowess is closing. Taking 3/10 there. Down the straight, even without slipstream, and he's doing a really good job so far, keeping Joker at arm's length. There's a good exit as well. 19.1 from Andy. It's his best lap of the race. Joker did a 19.5, so Andy's actually 4/10 up that lap. Squares off the source nicely, pulling a bit of a gap there out that corner, but now the Toyota starts to close. Joker had a better exit. To-ing and throwing in certain parts of the circuit where one car is better, and it's all about corner exits. Joker had a better exit out of the source, and that's just helping him all the way up the straight, all the way up the hill, all the way down the Kemmel straight. He might just get slipstream by the end of this. He has. I'll just pull him in even closer then, down to 6/10 as they break for Lecombe. 4.5 laps to go. It's going back further on. 5 guys and Matman still battling as well. Goy though again also just keeping him at arm's length. 19.8 from Goy, 20.1 from Matman. His best lap of the race. Matman's just getting quicker and quicker. So Goy's now into set his. Trying to set quick laps as well, just trying to keep him at arm's length to hang on to that top 5. Odon, he qualified really well. Just hasn't been able to live for the top 4 or 5 in the race, unfortunately. That's because he's had a mistake somewhere. Not quite having the pace, but he's getting quicker as well. The strategy hasn't quite been there for him. Jesus and FaZe Potter. Meanwhile, up front, half a second, then there's the gap as they come into Piff Paff. Joker is closer this time around. He is right there as they break for Campus. Into Paul Frere. He's close this time. Both of them right on the edge there, but Joker is right there this time. He's in the slipstream this time. And he's going to have to defend this time. Where will Joker think about the move? Is he going to be close enough to Blanchimont? Swings out wide. He's going to go for it into the bus stop, and he'll be wise to it. He'll defend the inside. Or will he? No, he's not. Joker's got the inside line. Who's late on the brakes? And he's late on the brakes. Ooh, was there a bump there, or was it just the camera angle? Great racing there. Andy clinging on with his fingernails at the minute then, but Joker is all over the back of him then. As they start lap 29. 4 to go. 0.3 of a second is the lead into La Source. Joker is right there again, and he's had a slightly better launch out the corner. He's pulling away, but it's only a matter of time before that Toyota starts to close again. And now the Toyota starts to close, and he needs a good run through Rouge. He's had one. Joker also has a good run there. Oh, he's over the curbs, but he's still coming. Here we go. Is this the move? Andy defends the inside. Joker's getting the long way around, but the Toyota is quick in a straight line, and he gets it done and snaps to the inside immediately. So Joker leads. Oh, oh God, terrifies me when that happens. Andy getting some massive airtime, tries to jump over Joker, but now Andy is now the hunter, and Joker's the hunted. They're side by side into Brussels. Andy goes the long way around, gets shunted out wide. Can Andy snap back? Both there, superb lines out the Jackie X corner. Joker leads. Andy right there. Through Pouon we go. Andy right on the back. Can he fight back? Can he get a move done? He's deep on the brakes into the first spot of Piff Paff. What a battle, what's going on further back? Goy is just pulled away from Matt. Oh, Mattman's had a moment somewhere. Oh, and Dom's spinning off. Let him have his moment in peace. Joker's had a really good run onto out of Paul Frere again, and he's pulled out of slipstream range. Then. So into the breakers in for the bus stop, and he closes in again. That Subaru is slightly better on the brakes, it seems. Joker lights up the rear tyres at the bus stop, and Andy's closed in again. 19.4 from Joker, 20.1 from Andy, but Andy's right there again. Around the source we go. Who's had the better launch? Andy's had a better run out the corner. He's closing. Fossil still 9 seconds back. He's pulling away from Derek. I think Derek's settled for 4th. Over Radion we go. Andy's still closing. He's had a good run. Joker defends the inside. That Toyota just seems to have the legs in a straight line. Andy's not going to be close enough on the brake for the brakes, or is he? We know the Subaru's better on the brakes, but he can't get alongside. But Joker went a little bit deep, and Andy has a better run through the corner. He's right on the back there to head down towards Brussels. Oh, Joker over the curb, has a bit of a wobble there off the AstroTurf. Has to go defensive, and he's going to go the long way around again, is he? Is Joker going to go wide? He does, but can Andy get on the inside? Not quite. There's not quite a car's width. They're side by side off the corner. Compromises Joker's line, looking for the switch back into Jackie X's corner. There's no room though. Down to Pouon. Andy trying to force an opening, trying to force a mistake. Through Pouon there in that dirty air. Still hanging on. Joker defending superbly once again. Oh, and he's got a little bit deep into the first part of Piff Paff. He's lost some time, has another bit of a wobble. It starts to close in again on the brakes. This is where Joker's been really good. Out of Paul Frere, but Andy's had a better run into Paul Frere, but Joker's had a better run out of it again. The lights are on. It's getting musky again. Surely he's not going to rain on the last lap. Surely not. Mist descending over the track suddenly. The lights are on the Toyota. They're not on the Subaru. Joker's then got himself a second lead as they come to start the penultimate lap of the race. Over the back, there's no real battles going on, so we'll just stay with his battle for the lead. Joker has a 1.1 second lead then as they start the penultimate lap of the race. It's 19.7 from Joker, 20.5 from Andy there. Had a bit of a rough final sector. It's cost him some time. But he's had a better run out of the source again. He is closing. Tyres on that Toyota are better. Is that going to be helping? The lights on the Subaru are now on as well. It's getting darker and murky. But that Toyota just pulling away in a straight line. It is so quick, that Toyota. It's a super in disguise in a straight line, that thing. I did generally think that was more of a handling car. I mean, it's a superb handling car as well. Oh, Andy's gone deep. I think Andy's, that's it, I think. Andy went deep at Lecombe. And the gap's 2.5. Is that all she wrote? Has Joker got this one now? It's been a superb battle, an absolutely superb battle. Joker, who was so gutted after lagging out last week, has bounced back in potentially the most emphatic way. Grey sky indeed. Are we going to get some drama on the final lap? Is it going to rain us on the final lap? There's nothing yet. Go on board. It's getting murky, but it doesn't look like rain clouds. Nothing on the windscreen. It's getting grey and overcast again, but I don't think we're going to see rain, or are we? That would add some spice to the final lap, wouldn't it? In through Blanchimont. The lead is now 3 seconds. I think Andy has called off his charge. I think he's going to settle for P2. I think he knows that Toyota has just got too much in a straight line. Let's go on board the shoulder cam then for the final lap of the race with our race leader. Having a lot more fuel, I think this could have been a more comfortable victory for Joker. He overfueled the car, but you can't really fault him when he is leading this race on the final lap as he goes up Eau Rouge through Radion. It won't be a penalty, will it? I think he was okay. Yeah, it's just like 2 or 3 more miles an hour in a straight line at the top end of the Kemble Straight there, and that's just enough there for that Toyota. Then out of Lecombe he comes for the final time down towards Brussels. He's not letting off, is he? He is still pushing hard, even though the gap is 3.3 seconds. Through the Jackie X corner. Downhill and into Pouon for the final time. Tips in. A little bit more tentative through there this time. And he knows he's got this one won. Doesn't need to really push the limits of the car and the track. Into Piff Paff for the final time. This, I think, is where it all went. A little bit wrong for Andy. He lost the toe here. Despite a valiant effort. Oh, he's a little bit wide there out of campus, but I think he's got away with it. Paul Frere. Bit of a lift. To Blanchimont then for the final time. Plenty in that one that time then. Brakes for the bus stop for the final time. And the word of the day is redemption for Joker. Lagged out last week. Bounces back in emphatic fashion. What a victory from Joker. He wins at Spa. And he gets a superb P2. Great drive from him. Dusty Fossil coming out in P3. Another great drive there from him. Derek, lonely P4. But I think he'll be happy with a good haul of points. Just not been quite at the races with the guys at the front this week. I'm sure he'll be back fighting amongst them next week. Comes out of the bus stop then, it's P4 for him. Meanwhile, what a drive from this man. Goikart has been superb in this one. And I think he'll be very, very happy with a P4 finish. A little bit deep in the bus stop on the final lap there. Goikart still sending it hard. Crosses the line there. P5 for Goy. I think I'll be happy with that one then. Matman, solid job from him. P6. That mistake a couple of laps ago meant that he wasn't threatening Goy. In fact, he's just holding off Odon in the end, who also drove superbly in this one then. Alex Pixie, I think he could be happy with his night's work. That's a very solid drive from him. Maybe went a little bit too long on the hard tyres. Could have been a bit further forward. But a very solid P8 from him. Crosses the line there as the car about runs out of fuel. Jesus making his first start of the season, and what a slog it has been as well. Coming up to 1 hour 20. He has survived and gets himself a solid P9. Pace Potter then. He's going to be P10. Not seeing much of him tonight. He had some good pace early on, but gets slipped away a little bit then as the race has gone on, but still bags himself a top 10 finish as he comes into the chicane. Ooh. Lights the rear tyres up then, crosses the line, it's P10 for him, and Zom fighting that Mustang on the hard tyres to cross the line. He's the final finisher in P11, and unfortunately we lost Bruce Lee, Dane and Zombie in that one. So people not quite able to finish that one, unfortunately, but it is victory for Sim Demon and Joker, and what a victory it was. Final results then, Joker then winning in the end by 3 seconds. And that's probably not a fair representation of what a superb job Andy did there. And that was shaping up to be a superb final couple of laps there, but just that slight outbraking moment into Les Combes on the penultimate lap from Andy. Just let Joker get up the road, and I think Andy knew then that he wasn't going to get back. Dusty Fossil then, P3, takes the fastest lap in the end. And that final stint there, a 2:18.1. There was he closed in on Andy at the end there, but wasn't able to get back into the fight. Just didn't quite seem to have the outright pace in the race. Great job in qualifying from him, but in the end he had to settle for P3. Derek then P4. So once again it's a Sim Demon and Roush Racing locking out the top 4. But a distant 4th place for Derek this week. He'll be hoping to get back in amongst it. And look at the gap there between Derek and Goy, who is P5, another 30 seconds. But superb top 5 there from Goy Karp. I think he'll be very happy with that one. Matman had a really solid drive there to P6. By that little mistake there, he might have been challenging for that top 5 finish. Odon, solid job from him. P7 for Globo Gym Racing. And Alex Pixie rounding out the top 8. Solid drive from him. Jesus coming home P9 with Face Potter in P10. And Zom, the final of the finishers, in 11th. And then the ones we lost, unfortunately, Bruce Lee, Zombie and Dane. Of course, Dane we saw leg out. Unfortunately, big shame for him there when he was leading the race. Again, another top 5 as possible there for him. Big shame then. That is the end then of the action for this week. Thank you very much to everybody in the stream. If you haven't liked it before you go, please do so. We are back with GT3 next week, Wednesday, and we are at Sardinia B next week for a sprint week. So please do join us for that. Back tomorrow, of course, with GT2. This week, the GT2 boys are at Autopolis for a sprint and endurance double header, I believe. So we've got a couple of sprint races and then a mid-length endurance race. So not quite the hour-long race that we've seen tonight. I think it's more close to 40 minutes. But yeah, a couple of races from Autopolis Short and then an Autopolis GP for that one. And then, of course, on Friday, we're back with GT1. This week we are at Lago Maggiore. Once again, double sprint race followed by a mid-length endurance to round off the evening. So plenty of action still coming once again. But got our racing week off to a superb start. GT3 delivering a fantastic race there. Great battling there. And a deserved win there for Joker. So congratulations to him, to Andy and Dusty Fossil on their podiums. And that's it. Thank you very much for joining us. Catch us again tomorrow, 8:30, GT2. But for this evening, thank you very much and goodbye.